Hello, friends, and welcome back to the new episode of r/IDontWorkHereLady. And our first story is a great example of why sometimes it's better to just go to another store. I didn't ask for excuses. This predates my working days and sits somewhere in the 90s. Let's just pretend that this was a little tiny bit ago instead of a nightmare-inducing decades ago that makes me feel old. So most of the dialogue I'm putting here is more of what kinda happened rather than any real memory of actual words being said. Anyway, I was literally pre-job young, maybe 15, 16. Being a bookworm, gift cards, new technology at the time, no longer made out of paper, to my local Narns and Boble were like diamonds before a dragon. Haha, mine. Since my family really liked encouraging my bookworm tendencies, a horde of birthday/Christmas gift cards could easily run over $100. You can well imagine that I was one of those people who wish they had a real, full-on shopping cart to fill, but sadly not to be offered in a bookstore. Still, there was pretty much, at least I thought, no way to be mistaken for an employee. I had no uniform, no name tag, a fanny pack around my waist. My baby face meant that I probably looked around 12 and was carrying a basket of books I was planning to purchase. I even stopped frequently to read the summary on the inside cover or on the back. I'd amassed a weighty collection to satisfy my bookworm heart when another customer comes up to me. While this predates the Karen phenomenon, also by a goodly bit, I shall still refer to her as Karen. Karen, can you tell me where to find insert obscure book title here? Me. I can't. I'm not an employee. You can ask at the information desk, though. I point out the information desk, which is like 15 feet away. I don't want to walk that far. Just tell me where it is. Lady, I don't work here. I didn't ask for excuses. I said to tell me where the book was. All right, congratulations. We've left all sense of reality here, folks. The one clear-as-day thing I remember flitting through my teenage mind was, I didn't ask if it was possible. I said to do it, in a whiny adult voice. And I told you that I didn't know. I walk away and select another book that catches my interest. Side note, my mom would turn me loose in bookstores and go hunting for books of her own. This left me to freely hit up the children's section, the young adult section, and the adult sci-fi/fantasy sections to my heart's content. So sadly, she wasn't close by to mama bear her way through this. Karen. Hello? Excuse me? Hello? 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 She follows me down the aisle, yelling and banging her fist on the shelving. Lady, I don't freaking work here. Ask a freaking employee. I was being good. I didn't even drop any F-bombs yet at this age. Kinda wish I had, looking back. So this woman goes ballistic on me. I've lost all coherent memory of her screeching mouth words, just a memory of a manager who arrives at a dead run, probably thinking somebody was getting murdered. Karen. This little bee needs to learn how to treat paying customers better. I will not be disrespected by some minimum wage snot-nosed brat. The manager looks at me, looks at Karen, then says, Ma'am, this is not one of our employees. She's obviously too young. I didn't ask for excuses. She was rude to me and I won't stand for it. You fire her right now or I'm calling your corporate office. There's that disconnect with reality again. I didn't ask if rocks floated. I said make them float, screeches the imaginary woman in my teenage mind. And while you're at it, I'm sick of water being wet all the time. Manager, to me, you're fired. Disgust and loathing rolled through me, and I gave that manager a full dose of teenage attitude in a single look. He wouldn't even meet my eyes. The Karen strutted off like it was her birthday, and I got a tiny, weak 10% coupon for the trouble. To this day, decades later, having worked my time in the retail trenches, my hatred of this manager grows ever stronger. I firmly believe that this was the Queen Karen, and all other Karens that have spawned since are her descendants, created by spineless pandering from retail managers just like that manager. This isn't your pizza, ma'am. In our area, there are no zoning laws, so we have homeowners associations, HOAs. That way a bar can't be built next door to your dream house. You pay an annual fee, and there are amenities like maybe a park or a pool. The HOA contracts with the company for lifeguarding and pool cleaning to avoid liability. Here's the cast. LG is my daughter, the lifeguard. Lifeguard is any of the other lifeguards working that day. Karen, she's lived here forever and is getting you fired. KH is Karen's hubby. Junior is Karen's 4-year-old son. IF is innocent family. Setting. It's a beautiful summer morning in Pool Wonderland. Children laughing and splashing, several lifeguards, including my daughter, sitting on her throne of peace and tranquility. Pool Wonderland has some new rules this summer. No going down the water slide with a child in your lap. No non-swimwear in the pool. If you happen to require a head covering of any kind, it must be swimwear material. It's an important detail for later. Scene 1. Karen. KH, take Junior down the water slide. Sure thing, KH says. Lifeguard atop the slide. Sorry, sir, no children riding in your lap. We do apologize. New rule this year. Hey, no problem, he says. Junior's disappointed, but not an unruly little thing. Karen then says, what the F? That's rude! Junior's now beginning to cry, as I assume this tone signals that, once again, Mama's gonna lose it. KH says, no big deal. Karen now is addressing the lifeguard as to why her son can't go down the water slide with his dad. LG explains the rules to Karen. Karen doesn't like it, but complies in a huff. Scene 2. Innocent family shows up and orders pizza. They have a small family birthday party which was scheduled in advance with tables reserved. Many of the women are wearing what I understand to be Muslim swimwear, appropriate fabric for the pool, and covers much of the body, including a hijab. Please don't jump on me if anything I said was ignorant or incorrect about the religion or the names. I'm merely trying to paint a picture. I mean no offense and hope none is taken, but polite corrections or constructive comments are always welcome. So innocent family decides to get in the pool. Karen also gets in the pool wearing a t-shirt and some shorts. LG. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you'll have to get out of the pool. You can't wear that in the water. Excuse me, I pay for the privilege to swim here. You cannot tell me what to wear. It's a new rule this year. We can't allow people to wear cotton fibers in the water because it messes up the plumbing. What about them, she says, disgustedly referring to the ladies in the innocent family. If I have to get out, so do they. The lifeguard now realizes she's dealing with the racist. Ma'am, they're wearing swimwear. You are not. Well, we'll see about that. At this point, Karen is now being told by the lifeguard supervisor on duty, being told the same thing. Nice try, Karen. Scene 3. Pizza arrives. There are 4, and drinks, and breadsticks. Karen gets up and takes the pizza, which I assume was paid for already as no money changed hands. Not even for a tip. Karen juggles all this to her table and sticks her legs in the water at the side of the pool. Another pizza arrives, and the innocent family is approached by a lifeguard as if they were expecting a delivery. Innocent family says, nope, that's not ours. We ordered 4 pizzas and drinks and breadsticks from not that pizza place. The lifeguard looks around and sees 4 pizzas and drinks and breadsticks on Karen's table. Lifeguard to innocent family. I bet I know who this belongs to. Let me help you. She's thrilled after Karen's been such a nasty bee. She didn't even say anything. The lifeguard walked to the table, set the pizza down, and helped the innocent family carry the 4 pizzas and drinks and breadsticks. Karen, excuse me, where do you think you're going with our food? Lifeguard, this isn't your pizza, ma'am. She has the order on her phone matching the pizza place and the order. Your pizza was delivered a moment ago and is on your table. Karen glances back in confusion. It wasn't even the same damn delivery place. Covering her embarrassment with pure rage, now yelling at the lifeguard and demanding the police be called. Why would you call the police, the lifeguard says. You've been harassing me all day, and I know you've been staring at my son. I've lived here for years, and I'm going to the HOA board to have you fired. The lifeguard laughs nervously and turns and walks back to her stand. My daughter has bad anxiety, and for years she's perfected a stonewall exterior where you'll think she doesn't care, but she'll cry later because, she's human. Karen's trailing behind, yelling expletives now. Karen proceeds to use her phone camera to video my daughter, hoping to catch her doing what, I don't even know what. She's literally paid to watch and scan patrons of the pool. That's most of your job as a lifeguard. By the end of the day, the police have been called because Karen insisted that the staff was out of line. Karen's disruptive behavior has actually bothered other patrons, mostly the innocent family, as ugly comments about swimwear were overheard and made them uncomfortable. It was following guards and taking cell phone video that actually got Karen and her family kicked out. Many lifeguards are minors, and this made the staff uncomfortable, not to mention it's ludicrous to be distracting a first responder from their job. Karen did not return to the pool for the remainder of the summer. Not because she was banned. Hopefully she went home and looked in the mirror and was too embarrassed by her behavior. I am friends with the owner. Happened a few weeks ago, and I still have a grin on my face. So I went downtown to this Mexican-themed local restaurant that makes arguably the best burritos in town. We went during lunch and had a few customers, but not overly crowded. There were 2 people in line, me and some woman, maybe 40 or so. Now I want to note something. If you want something like guacamole, sour cream, salsa, or anything like that that isn't beans, rice, or meat, it costs extra. All this is clearly stated on the menu board. So anyway, this woman orders 3 base ingredients along with a bunch of extras. The entire time, she's friendly with the guy making the burrito. It all goes to crap when this happens. E is the employee and B is the customer. E. That'll be $11.45. B. What the F? The menu said a burrito's $9. Why'd you jack up the price? Well, you got guacamole, pico, and salsa on your burrito. Those cost extra and add to the price. Well, how the hell was I supposed to know that? It's on the menu board. You should have seen it. I don't have time to read the entire menu. Either sell it to me for $9 or I'm going to talk to the owner. He's a good friend of mine and always helps me out. First of all, I'm not going to give you a discount. Second, I either pay for the burrito or leave. Third, I'm the owner and I've never met you. What happened afterwards was pretty much what I expected. B stormed out, flipped the owner off, saying she's never going to eat here again and she's going to give it a 1-star review on Google. That'll show him. I suppose the owner simply ran out of patience. I walked up to the register and said I'd buy the burrito so it wouldn't go to waste. Good burrito, too. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.